This JTV News Update is brought to you by Nagico Insurances, the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Digicel, Colonial Insurances, Tortola General Services, and the Caribbean Insurers Limited. Kathy Richards here with this JTV News Update. We're down here at the Heath at the Dumpsite, where we know for sure this massive fire broke out sometime yesterday afternoon. We're here with a team from the sister territory, the U.S. Virgin Islands. First, we'll talk with the Chief Fire Officer of the BVI Fire and Rescue Department, Mrs. Zebulon McLean. Zebulon, we know for sure since this broke out, it has not been a sleeping time for you.
Yes, the officers have been working since yesterday afternoon to try to not only bring it under control, but to get a bit of a leg up on putting it out altogether. The governor and the premier reached out to our sisters and brothers in the United States Virgin Islands, and we have a team who's come over from the Virgin Islands to lend us some expertise with their experience and their skills.
Okay, before we get over to our brothers from the sister islands, from the sister territory, give us a synopsis as to what is the scenario down here at the site.
Well, because it is a combination of all manner of different material, from metals to plastics to whatever came out of the houses following the hurricane. It was pressed pretty close together, but it was never meant to be burnt. So because everything is pressed close together, it's an ideal environment for fire. Unfortunately, we have two major concerns. The first concern is about the spread over land, and the second concern is about the spread of smoke over sea. And as you know, it can not only affect the residents of the British Virgin Islands, but also the U.S. Virgin Islands as well. And that's something we're trying our best to avoid. Okay,
what's the worst case scenario?
The worst case scenario is this burning for a couple of months and people falling ill every day.
Okay. All right, let's hear now from our brothers from the sister territory, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Could you say your names first and exactly what's your position?
My name is Earl Whitley. I'm the District Fire Chief for St. Thomas St. John.
Okay.
Leonard Fabian, Deputy Chief of Operations, St. Thomas.
Deputy Chief Stevens, St. Croix.
Okay, officers, what sprouted this action of you coming over here to lend support?
They call us actually to assist the British Virgin Islands Fire Service as to what assistance we will give them. So we're here to assess the situation as to whether we have manpower or equipment to help the British Virgin Islands Fire Service.
Okay, and what is your observations so far?
Basically, they are in need of equipment such as hoses, portable pump, trailer pump if possible. They pretty much have the manpower issue under control, but they do need more equipment.
Okay, and how do you see the U.S. Virgin Islands stepping in here?
I think it's a great thing. If we combine our technical expertise along with the BVI's technical expertise, I think we could get this knocked down and taken care of within the next 48 hours.
Okay, so how soon you are going to be helping, or I should not even say how soon, will you be assisting in getting the materials that we need?
Yeah, we're presently working on getting the materials to get sent over here to Tortola. Presently working on that.
Okay, give me a little bit background on your experience with fires of this magnitude.
Well, recently St. Croix had one, but we've been having it on and off at the Boboni landfill, and we normally take a strategy of removing the debris piece by piece and getting it extinguished. But the advantage that we have, there's a mangrove pretty close by that we used to use in the past, and also we have a little more water source close by with hydrants and different stuff. Okay. So,
in terms of health, the health aspects of this, anyone can speak to that?
Well, of course, you know, if we have people downwind who suffer from asthma or what have you, they will automatically start feeling some kind of symptoms, tightness of chest and stuff like that. As far as what's burning, and we don't know what's burning, like the chief just said, we don't know what's burning in this, so there could be caustic material, rubber, anything like that, and you start inhaling that. And that's why also it's very important for the firefighters that are fighting this fire to make sure to wear apparatus as well, especially when they start getting into the smoke of it, because we don't want them to have some health issues down the road.
Okay, great to have you guys here. It shows that, you know, we are territories together. Yes, in some ways you guys are being affected because we've been seeing it on social media, persons from St. Thomas, St. John, questioning where the smoke is coming from. And thank you so much for coming out here to be of some assistance. Zebulon, what's your word to the people of the territory at this moment?
Well, we are certainly trying our best. Our priority, of course, is the health and the welfare of the people. It doesn't matter what's being affected in terms of infrastructure. If you don't have people around, then it really won't make a difference. So what we're doing is we're really doing it for the people. And together I believe we can come up with enough solutions to deal with this before it becomes too much of a problem.
Okay, thank you so much, Zebulon.
Thank you.
Public Works on the ground, you're not leaving this up to the fire department alone. Give me your thoughts at this moment as to what's going on, what's your observations and your advice.
Good afternoon, first and foremost, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to the people of the Virgin Islands on the matters that we're dealing with here at Cox Heath. Yes, as you know, fire department also falls under the Ministry of Communication and Works, but we also collaborate in everything that we do. So we do have the fire department here, we have public works department, we have the water and sewage department, and we also have assistance from our counterparts, the fire department in the USVI. The aim here is to first and foremost get the area under control so that there is no more spreading or no possibilities of spreading. Once we're able to get it fully under control, then we will begin to actually start suppressing the fire. As you can see, based on what the officers are doing there now, it's all about suppressing the fire and then to see how we get to a point where we totally extinguish altogether.
Okay, what would be your word to persons in their homes who are being affected by the smoke at this time?
Well, it's unfortunate, and while it is not something that we had wished for, because we did not want this to happen, unfortunately it did happen. So at this point in time, what we would say to persons is, for those of you who are actually in the firing line of the smoke at this point in time, if you suffer from respiratory ailments or any allergies and stuff like that, we would recommend that you leave the area for the duration of the smoke. As you know, the wind is constantly shifting, so there might be periods where you may have wind for 15-20 minutes and then it may shift and it may move to another direction. But we would say that you should take every preventative measure that you can to try and alleviate and the exposure to what is taking place.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. McMaster, and thank you for tuning in to this JTV News Update. I'm Kathy Richards.
When it comes to your health, being uninsured is never an option. Listen to some sound advice. Nagico's Nagicare is one of the best medical insurance plans your money can buy. We offer you solutions to medical coverage benefits tailor-made to your budget and preferences, so that the next time you visit a doctor, you can rest assured that we've got you covered. Visit our website, nagico.com, or contact a Nagico office or agent near you. Nagico Insurances. We've got you covered.
Fruit juice from a mango tree. Turbo Plus, in grapefruit and strawberry. Drink pineapple, orange and apple, peach go send your mad grape will make you dance. Passion tangerine from the Caribbean, passion fruit and iced tea.
Turbo Plus, the refreshing family drink with the revved up fruit flavor.
New flavors now available: mango, pineapple ginger, and soursop. Turbo Plus is distributed in the Virgin Islands by Tortola General Services.
Here in the Virgin Islands, we are blessed to live and work in paradise. Paradise just doesn't mean our tranquil blue waters and green hills. National Bank of the Virgin Islands defines paradise as any place or condition that fulfills your aspirations.
To me, paradise means knowing that I will have a financing partner when I'm ready to open my first business.
I feel confident that I can manage whatever life throws my way because I know my bank will be with me every step of the way.
That's why I choose National Bank of the Virgin Islands, the official bank of paradise.
My future's looking so bright, 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 with the official bank of paradise.
National Bank of the Virgin Islands, the official Bank of Paradise.
If you're looking for extra savings and free benefits
with car insurance
and home insurance,
Colonial has just the cover you need.
There's a free $250 gift voucher for new home insurance customers too, and 10% car insurance discount if you have home insurance.
With a claim service that's quick and friendly.
We call it Cover Without Added Costs.
Call for a quote on 494-8450 or Virgin Gorda 495-6403 or visit cgigroup.com.
Colonial, where people come first.